Okay, team, the last part of the podcast is the part where I have no control over, and it is the part of the podcast where we get real deep. We ask the real questions of life, and it's the part, like I said, I have no control over. It is Remy's queries. Like I said, this is the part where Remy has full control over. He will ask me pretty much anything, or me or any of the guests, a deep question, and we'll try our best to answer it over the podcast. But team as well, please do feel free to answer in the comments. Let us know what you think. Let us know your answers, what you think of our answers as well. Don't let us off the hook.
Oh.
So yes. So Remy, this week, what is your query?
Well, I don't know if it's one that makes a lot of people think, but it makes me think a bit, just personally, because of what way I sort of live life. Do you think it's more important and healthy to try and chase this idea of happiness, or to just look to be content? Because I don't. There are times when I'm happy, there are times when I'm sad. But my general mood is just contentness, and I think that's a lot healthier than constantly wanting to be happy.
Interesting one, because you could say in many regards, your happiness is contentment. So
possibly that could be very much.
But I get what you're saying. It's kind of, when's enough kind of thing. And it's a question I ask myself a lot, to be honest, because just in regards to like the charity, right? Obviously, no secret, I love raising money for charity. I do. I set myself a target of 10k before I turn 30, and after me doing this, I was already planning the next one. I'm already in the motion of planning the next charity event, which will be probably June, July next year. And it's going to be big. It's going to be massive.
Can I be involved?
Potentially. Most definitely. I do question myself, once I do this event, what am I going to do next? I'm always thinking of the next thing. And I should add, there's always parts when I'm doing this planning and I'm always doing this kind of trying to do more, that I question myself always during it. It's like, why am I doing this? And I should add, this is one of the things why I tend to value the friendship between you and Andy as well, right? The reason why I value it is you question me, challenge me, the sense of it. The reason why I like that is, it doesn't matter necessarily if I can answer you, right? It's whether or not I feel content enough with the answer that I'm able to give you with myself. So, say for example, let me just, say the Halo debate, for example. Obviously, debate that with Andy many times, me playing Halo. I am content playing. I am. And that's enough for me. I don't need to worry too much about the numbers. I don't need to worry too much about anything else. I am content playing it. And therefore, I'm happy with doing that. But I do question a lot with the charity thing myself. Once I do this next event, and I've done it bigger than anything else I've ever done before. Okay, how am I going to do it bigger next time? And
does it always need to be bigger though?
This is where I'm all. That's what she said. I couldn't help that. I couldn't help that.
Well done. Well done, my friend. It's two grown men laughing.
I'm probably going to clip that. I put it on Instagram. My mom's going to go, oh no. Yeah.
Is it really who he spent a couple of days with?
Yeah. Well, like I said, how do I go bigger? How do I go better? How do I make this the best possible thing? Like, for example, right now, right, if I let me just show you some camera brief, right? Yeah, that. So my phone screen right now is for the charity match I did a while ago, and that was one of the proudest moments of myself, because I organised everything from the ground up. Got the stadium, got the refs, got the managers, got all the players. It was about 28 players. See, the week before was one of the most stressful periods ever, because I was working away in London the week before, so I only actually had about 6 days kind of get the whole thing organised and done and dusted. I handed out sponsorship sheet. I got people to get sponsored. We baked loads of cakes and stuff like that to give away and help. We weren't allowed to sell anything on the event, I should add. When you're in a stadium, stadiums have a contract between catering companies. So therefore they have to, unless it's sold through them, they can't sell anything.
Right.
You can't sell anything while doing these things. So what you do is that you put stuff out, everything there is free, but there's buckets next to it for suggested payment. So people then give money that way. We bought loads of stuff through that. It was honestly one of the best events I've ever ran. And I've already worked out how I'm doing it bigger and better next time. I might not be able to use Lovey Stadium for the next one, but you could be sure that I've worked out how to make it better for next time. It's been implied for a while. I wanted to do this this year. I wanted to do it last year, but I wasn't quite ready. Now I am. I'm fully focused on the next one, and it's going to happen. And it's going to happen to you. It's going to be. I'm not underselling it when I say it's going to be huge. The plans I have for it, but this is where I come back to the question and say, when is it going to be enough? When's it going to be enough? And I genuinely don't think it will be ever enough.
It seems like you're chasing something. Again, that's what it ties back to. You're constantly chasing that idea of like, this is going to make me happy.
Yeah, I do question whether or not it's part, but it makes me happy, making others happy, or it makes me happy knowing that I've helped other people in that sense. So that's what is happiness for me, is the process of knowing that we've got there, and also looking back on it and going, damn, we did that. Damn, we did that as well. Damn, we did this. And so it's almost like chasing the happiness is almost making me happy. And it's a bizarre answer in many ways, that, because it almost seems like for a lot of people it may seem like I'm never happy in that sense, but at the same time it's also like it's so satisfying looking back. Like, I look back at the pictures from the charity match once, like I also look at the fact that I had no beard at the time, and I also look at the one
that was a weird time for you.
My biggest regret of that whole charity match is I had a free kick to take from about 25 yards out, and I didn't try and bend it around the wall. I tried to go through the wall because there was a big gap in the wall. And I was like, I could put it through there and put it into... I was trying to be too clever. I should have just gone around the wall. And I'd already practiced going around the wall the week before. So I was like, why didn't I just do that? Biggest regret is that I should have done that. So... It was one of the best things I ever did, and I'm looking forward to doing the next one even bigger. Like I said, I've already planned out how I'm going to, at the very least, triple the total I raised last time. We raised £1,200 last time for it. I already know how I'm tripling that, and I'm hoping collectively I'll look back on it and I might have scraped the 10k before I'm 30. I think with the total that I've done now, that puts me on about 3,000. I think 400. I think it puts me on roughly. So okay, yeah, I've got a big total I need to gain before then, but I kind of know how to raise it. See if I get past $5,000, I'll be happy. To be honest, if I get past $5,000, I'll be happy, because I know COVID messed with me a bit with there. I had planned to do one of these charity matches every year, but I hadn't managed to. So yeah, if I can get to $5,000, I'll be happy. But obviously, I'll still be thinking about it. $10,000. I need to get to $10,000. Okay, I didn't get it before I'm 30, but would mess with there. I'll get to that before.
Yeah, you've got an extended timetable.
Yes. So, yeah. Oh, that was one way of answering your question, Remmy. Most definitely. But
great advertisement.
Listen, TV, you want to be involved in that event, make sure you're subscribed, because there's going to be a part on which I send out an open application to anyone to apply to be a part of it. So make sure you're subscribed to that when that happens, and follow me on Twitter as well, because there's going to be several announcements happening in the near future. But yes,